Well, we've made it to the final week of the high school football season among big schools, the small schools gearing up to start their postseason this week as well. So there is a lot to get into. It's rivalry week, of course. So welcome on into Bleacher Talk. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Claudia Collins, and this is going to be a fun show. We've got a lot to go over today.
Absolutely. It's that time of year. Everything feels like it's falling into place, and we'll just see how the cookie crumbles, I guess, the next few weeks. What's been happening in quick picks now that we're bringing in Bruce Cooper here, we're all tied up, which I think this might be a first in quick picks history that we're this far into the season. And first of all, that I'm not like trailing by 6 games, so we'll take it. But I'm loving this. I think it's going to make playoffs extra fun for us. And let's just dive right into it. It's rivalry week. Like you said, first game we're looking at ALA Queen Creek at Queen Creek. All right, Spurge, who you picking?
This game holds so much weight, open division implications. I think both teams will make it in the open division regardless of this outcome, but we can't really predict this computer. It's been all over the place. But neither here nor there. Regardless, this will be a fun matchup. Tate Reynolds at Queen Creek has been one of the best quarterbacks and athletes in the state this year. I mean, he has carried them to victory against some top level programs like a Red Mountain a few weeks ago. But ALA Queen Creek, they have been there. They have done that. They have been one of the top 3 or 4 teams the last couple of years, consistently making it to the Open. Give me the Patriots in this one, 27-24.
Like you said, whoever wins this game is a shoe-in for the Open. Rich Edwards' ALA Queen Creek team is about as good as it gets, and what I've noticed is making really effective changes in the second half when the first half wasn't going their way. So they really know how to adjust. We talk about Queen Creek's Tate Reynolds, I think, on some form of Sports 360 AZ show every single week, and there's a reason for that. This is a tough pick. And I think just because we're all tied up, and I think I might know where you guys are going to go, and I think it's going to be close, I'm going to go ahead and take the Bulldogs in this one. I'll take Queen Creek to win it. We'll do 30-28. It's going to be close, that's for sure. All right, Coop.
Well, you guys have certainly hit the nail on the head. I mean, this is a close one. Maybe open division position at stake, Battle of Queen Creek, if you will. Tate Reynolds is my offensive player of the year. I mean, he is just a difference maker. I mean, he's going to have over 1,000 yards rushing. I think he's like maybe 20 yards short of that now. And so I'm going to go with my difference maker. I'm just a big Tate Reynolds fan. So give me the Bulldogs in this one, 24, ALA Queen Creek 21.
Hey, I was wrong in my prediction. I thought you'd both go ALA Queen Creek. So, Spurge, we'll see how that lands for you. All right, let's head over to Arizona Ave. Chandler at Hamilton, a game we make a pick for every single year. Coop, who's your team this year?
I mean, Travis Dixon, who actually quarterbacked the Huskies to wins over the Wolves during his playing days. He's back and doing a phenomenal job in year one. And I just think that Richard Lucero has really grown as a quarterback with each and every passing week. I like the Huskies in this one, and I like the Huskies kind of big. Give me Hamilton 41, Chandler 24.
Coop, I'm in full on agreement with you pretty much across the board. Here's the thing. Hamilton beating Red Mountain was the thing that really made me realize Hamilton's a great team that maybe we're kind of overlooking in a sense because we weren't expecting them to be this, coaching changes. They're hard. We thought it was maybe going to take some time. Chandler's schedule has been like just the tiniest bit more difficult in my opinion, but they're 5-4. This homecoming for Travis Dixon is paying off big time for the Huskies. I talked to him in, I guess, preseason, spring football, all of that, and got to know what his motive was. And it was really about finding other coaches that also not just care and are passionate about high school football, but they were passionate about Hamilton football. And I think that that is absolutely paying off. And I think it's going to be a Huskies win on Arizona Ave this year. And I will take the Huskies 38-30. All right, Spurge.
You two said it all on the line in this game. We'll see how things shape out. Hamilton still has a chance to make the open division. Chandler right now, as things sit, are about the 8 or the 9 seed in 6A, which could make for a very interesting matchup because don't be surprised if the Wolves make a run in 6A. It's going to be loaded this year with a couple of 5A teams making the Open potentially, but don't be shocked if this team finds himself pretty deep in the 6A playoffs. It's something they're not used to. And, the standard is to be in the Open. They're not going to be there this year. It's okay. You can still go play 6A and play where you're at. But Hamilton, they're just better at just about every position. Travis Dixon has it rolling. You can't ever count out another team in a rivalry of this magnitude, usually a top 10 game, not only in Arizona, but in the country every single year. Maybe not that level this year, but the rivalry still stands. But I am going to take the Huskies over the Wolves in this one, 28-20.
All right, last but not least, let's go to Brown Road, Red Mountain at Mountain View. All right, Coop.
Andy Litton's done an outstanding job over there in Toro Nation. We can harken back to the days of Jesse Parker and Bernie Buskin when Mountain View was the preeminent power in the state. But they've had some really, really lean years since the Todd Heap days, if you will. And so it's nice to see this revival. Now, Joe Tremaine actually did a good job over there at turning the fortunes of Mountain View. But, when they came into, late season games, they just didn't have quite enough. And so as I look at the Battle of Brown Road here, I don't think that Mountain View in this late rivalry game, late in the season, has enough to overtake Red Mountain. I mean, Kyle Enders has done a tremendous job there. Now, look, Red Mountain has had some tough losses, 2 of the last 3 weeks, but look, they're legit. They've sold me. So give me Red Mountain 28, Mountain View 17.
Yeah, Coop, you hit the nail on the head. I've been at this rivalry game the last couple of years. It's always been a lot of fun. It's always been very back and forth. They've been two teams in similar positions where you could tell Red Mountain was just a step ahead of Mountain View the last few years. And while Andy Litton has done a great job, I just think Red Mountain has established themselves in that top tier of teams this season, where Mountain View is in that second tier, which is still a tier that you can go far in the 6A playoffs because all the teams in the top tier are probably in the Open. Red Mountain right now on the outside looking in, a win over Mountain View, does that propel them in? I'm not sure. They're not thinking about that. All they want is the trophy for Brown Road. That's what they care about. I know Kyle Enders, that's what he wants. That's what this team wants. They're very senior led. They have a lot of playmakers on offense and on defense. So give me the Mountain Lions 31, the Toros 20.
Red Mountain, they're kind of at a point where they're needing this win to re-solidify the team that they've been all season, because they are a little banged up and they could use a little bit of redemption. But it hasn't worked for me in the past, but I'm going with my gut on this one because for some reason I'm being pulled to choose Mountain View. So I'm going to just go ahead and do that, plain and simple, picking the home team, and I'll make it 21-19 to make it close. And that does it for rivalry week of Quick Picks. Okay, say that 5 times fast. It's going to be so much fun seeing how the playoffs unfold for us. And when we come back, we'll be talking small school football with Brad Sesmat.
Please hold while we connect you.
Hey, what's going on?
I can't get anyone on the phone at my bank, and they don't have any branches nearby.
I think your bank has you between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, Granny! Does your bank do this to you?
No. Desert Financial's top-rated mobile app makes you feel like a rock star. They have over 50 locations and treat you like a VIP when you go.
That sounds a lot better than this tight squeeze.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/yourway.
Hi, I'm Jody Jackson. I spend a lot of time on the baseball diamonds, but my favorite diamonds are right here at E.D. Marshall Jewelers. They have the largest selection of beautiful diamonds in every size, shape, color, and price. Hit a home run this season with the perfect engagement ring. Come on, fellas, get off the bench and visit E.D. Marshall Jewelers at Scottsdale Road and Shea Boulevard. Since 1971, E.D. Marshall Jewelers, best quality, best selection, and best price.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovig's Santan Ford in Gilbert. We are Santan Ford.
Visit us at Harrah's Auction Casino in the city of Maricopa, where you'll find play for all and friendly people ready to welcome you like family.
Welcome back, you two.
As the official sponsor of Play and the only casino in Arizona with Caesars Rewards, see what a difference it makes to play where your fun is our top priority. Harrah's Auction Casino. Play for all.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Ortho Arizona and my journey. My knees were shot, so I had double knee replacement, and I wanted the best in rehab. Ortho Arizona encouraged and pushed me in the process. Go to orthoarizona.org. That's orthoarizona.org.
What would you need to experience life in full motion? Expertise to provide the best care, unsurpassed training and technique. It requires the best orthopedic surgeons. Ortho Arizona.
Welcome back into Bleacher Talk. I'm Claudia Collins alongside Jordan Spurgeon, and joining us for this segment, it's the big man. It is Brad Sesmat, who has been out and seen a couple of teams that we haven't had a chance to see yet. And I think that's what we do best at Sports 360 AZ, right? We divide and conquer. So you went out to Benjamin Franklin last week. They're currently 9-1, and right now they're the #1 seed going into the 3A playoffs. So what does that look like for you? Do you think, oh yeah, this is the 1 seed?
Well, first of all, it's great to be on the show with you guys. And you guys do a terrific job in spite of what your boss says about you. So that's just my little 2 cents. In all seriousness, I decided to go over to see Benjamin Franklin. So it was their senior night. They played Valley Christian. Valley Christian, as you guys know, last year was really good. This year they've struggled some. I'm watching warm-ups and I'm like, well, look at Valley's big, but they weren't fast as what I saw out of Benjamin Franklin. And it was one of those games where Valley Christian was up against it, desperate to get into the postseason, where Benjamin Franklin already knew that they were going to make it. So what I've heard in visiting with people that would know they're much smarter than me, that are on the sidelines without a dog in the fight, is it's going to be an ALA against Ben Franklin finale at some point over on the 3A side. And guys, football's football. You go, oh, well, it's just not this or that. Yeah, the crowd's smaller, the band's smaller, the hot dogs are still hot, okay? So it's not the open division, but I love the fact that we have these programs that have come along and have just said, you know what, this is our space. We're happy being right where we are. People at the gate were nice. It was pretty simple. So it's hard to not root for Ben Franklin and what they're all about.
You know, we don't always spend enough time on small school football. I'll admit that we don't spend enough time on it. And I think we do need to spend more, and particularly in the playoffs. When you see small school football like that, what do you like?
Spurge, it's a good question. I think, last Friday night, I came this close to going Hayden Winkleman against a school from Tucson that's in its first year, is 1A. When you go to these small towns, Jordan, remember a few years back, I did a Snowflake against Blue Ridge. And we got there early. I wanted to get the whole feel of small town football. So we went over to the sawmill between Snowflake and Blue Ridge. And there were dudes that were throwing $20 bills down. The Starbucks closed at 3. I got to the game. Everything was closed in town by 6. And the teachers were out there lining the football field at Blue Ridge, which is in the middle of the forest, okay? And they were doing a potluck. They were barbecuing. And it was just like, this is the place to be.
Well, Brad, I was going to close this out with a more like 6A question, but I'm not going to go there because I like where things are at. So I'm just going to ask a more overarching question. Since you've seen a lot this season, is there someone, a player, maybe even a coach that's really popped up on your radar this season that you're really excited about?
You know, I think when you look at Mountain View, if you look at the job that he's done over there this year, moving from Horizon over to Mountain View, and how they've just continued to roll along for the second year in a row. You know, I am rooting for Chandler Hovick over at Chavez. Yeah, they got rolled the other night by Mountain View, but they're going to make the postseason after last year when he was at Central. Both you know this. He got hosed because it's little old Central. I think the job that Jason Jewell has done at Brophy, because Brophy's not an easy job to coach at. You've got people that have an expectation level that's kind of crazy. And when the team goes out and plays as well as they have this season, how can you not sit and look at them and say, is this year Brophy breaks through?
Well, Brad, it's great to have you on. As always, I'm excited to see it all. Let you get back to more important things than just us over here. But,
what are you talking about? You guys are the most important things. You guys crush it every single week. I love the fact, here's Bleacher Talk. Here's an idea a couple of years ago that was just an idea. Hey, let's take this pencil and let's throw it in the ceiling and let's see if we can come up with a show. And the show is here. And you guys do great work week in and week out. So keep at it.
Walked you right into that one on purpose. We'll see you later, Brad.
Hey, what you working on?
I'm trying to find a bank I can feel good about.
Kind of looks like you're doing rocket surgery.
Yeah, they have all kinds of requirements and don't give anything back to their customers. It's really hard. Oh!
You know, when you join Desert Financial, you get a rewards program that offers a cashback bonus, and there's no hidden fees with your free checking. It's really easy.
Nice. I think I'm gonna need that bonus.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/betterbanking.
Kick off the model year-end savings at Bird's Volkswagen. Final 24 Tiguans are on sale. 0% for 60 months and $2,000 bonus cash. For final Jettas, only $22,935. Kick off your model year at Bird's Volkswagen, Baseline and Country Club.
We've got some fresh new young talent doing some things that I know you haven't heard before.
1, 2, 3, listen.
Now bust a move, bust a move, bust a move.
Hi, I'm Jody Jackson. I spend a lot of time on the baseball diamonds, but my favorite diamonds are right here at E.D. Marshall Jewelers. They have the largest selection of beautiful diamonds in every size, shape, color, and price. Hit a home run this season with the perfect engagement ring. Come on, fellas, get off the bench and visit E.D. Marshall Jewelers at Scottsdale Road and Shea Boulevard. Since 1971, E.D. Marshall Jewelers, best quality, best selection, and best price.
Kick off the model year-end savings at Burge Mazda with $2,500 in customer bonus cash or 0.9% financing up to 60 months on Mazda CX-50s or 0% financing on CX-5s. Drive all the new Mazdas today at Burge Mazda, Baseline and Country Club.
Well, we're here. It's Rivalry Week. Show continues. Welcome back into Bleacher Talk. I'm Jordan Spurgeon alongside Claudia Collins, and it's social spotlight time. So that means our man, Eliav Gabay, fresh off the ESPN Plus airwaves, coming in to deliver all the goods. By the way, he's calling, or by the time this airs, he will have called an ASU basketball game on ESPN Plus. So congrats to Eliav on that. But what do you got for us from the social networks?
Thank you. Thank you, my 360 family. Always nothing without you guys. We're starting with a fun dig at one of our other Sports 360 AZ teammates, Ralph. I'm sorry. Yes, the kids from AZ smacking up his Cowboys. And Spurge, I think you're familiar with smacking around people with this team, huh?
Yeah, there may have been a time or two in college football 25 that put up a score similar to that with New Mexico and these Arizona kids against Wyoming. Devin Dampier doing his thing, 147 yards through the air, but 193 on the ground. And then Eli Sanders, the Chandler alum, over 200 yards on the ground as well. I mean, come on. That rushing attack with Devin Dampier. I know I've touched on a lot. Recruits, if you're watching this, find a place that fits you because Devin Dampier was an amazing high school quarterback. Some questioned whether or not he would be amazing at the college level. He found a system perfect for him, and guess what? It works. And they love him, and they build around him, and they are a fun team to watch. The wins and losses aren't always there yet. Give them time. They're going to be there. It's a program that's going to be on the rise with Devin Dampier at the helm, and it's just so exciting to watch them on Saturdays.
And we know Ralph is rooting for them too. So
That's true. That's true. It's not all losses for Ralph. We know his heart is still happy with us. Now, you mentioned being patient, Spurge. And the Perry Pumas, they had to be patient, but after 14 straight losses, they defeated Chandler. Here's a little video of after the game. Claudia, I know you've seen a lot of Perry this year. Congrats to them for that.
I wish this was in quick picks last week, or this game happened earlier in the season when we didn't know where Chandler would be at this point, because I would pick them. Honestly, I pick Perry in pretty much every game they're playing this season. Perry looks so good. Their offense is incredible. I'm so honestly amazed by what Cale Snyder's been able to do at such a young age, because I feel like we see young quarterbacks come in and do well in Arizona, but he really commands it like a senior. And so I think, this was the team to do it. And I really think that this is just the beginning for Perry. I really do. I think that coach over there is doing a great job. I'm overall excited to see what they do over the years. So yeah, Perry, I mean, they're in the mix. That's for sure.
Well, and for this next one, we're going from Perry to Notre Dame Prep to talk about Cooper Perry. And we're just going to read right off of his tweet because more than blessed to have shattered my school record in all-purpose yards in a single game with 370 and receiving yards in a single game with 302. Spurge, how much can be said about Mr. Cooper Perry getting it done for them?
What more needs to be said? The numbers speak for themselves. The college offers speak for themselves. The commitment to Oregon speaks for itself. I mean, Cooper Perry has done it all. He's played quarterback this year. When Rardin has gotten hurt, and he has just been willing to do it all for his team. A lot of players, if they were to be named the best player in the state and a season goes down like that and they're being asked to do different things, I don't know if they would say yes to do that. But for him to do what he's done this season and say yes to everything that's been thrown his way and just compete, you can't beat that. Oregon's getting a great one. Cooper Perry is an amazing kid. You'll probably see him on some of our award shows at the end of the year. National Football Foundation, hint, hint. Probably one of those dudes, but he's a phenomenal player. And a game like that, no surprise. Nothing surprises me with him. He's just that dude.
And for any players that aren't going to win awards perhaps on the field this year and maybe excel as a starter on the field, we still got, that's right, the all-academic team. That is for you. That's for people like us who did well in school, or maybe improved in school. I can say for myself, at least. Got a little bit better. No, but seriously, head to sports360az.com. All-academic fall teams. Pretty much every sport we got out there, and we're attacking all of them. So please nominate. You cannot nominate enough. We want to highlight your people. And I know, Claudia, we've talked about this a lot. Spurge, you too, where this looks so good on a college resume. This looks so good, even on a work resume, depending on where you're going at the next step. So academic, I can't say it enough, folks.
Absolutely. I think it's one of probably all of our favorite things that we do at Sports 360 AZ. And the thing that I want to reiterate is if you meet the criteria or if your student athlete meets the criteria, just submit them. It is easy work. It's hard work on our ends, but we like doing it because, I mean, Eliav's the one really at the helm of it all. It's hard work, but we love doing it because we want to show off your GPA, your grades. So if you meet the requirements, do not even question it for a second. You should absolutely be on the all academic team roster.
And doesn't matter if it's a player that's a star or a starter or a player that's rode the bench and has never come off the bench all season long. We want to recognize hard work in the classroom and being an athlete at the same time. It's impressive to do that. So anybody, coaches, don't just recommend your starters and your favorite players. It's every player on the team that meets the requirements. Submit.
And we got a question about this. Team managers, you count too.
Yes.
You count too. We want everyone. So please submit. And that's all we got for Social Spotlight.
Thanks for joining us for Bleacher Talk during Rivalry Week. We'll be back next week.
Please hold while we connect you.
Hey, what's going on?
I can't get anyone on the phone at my bank, and they don't have any branches nearby.
I think your bank has you between a rock and a hard place.
Oh, Granite! Does your bank do this to you?
No. Desert Financial's top-rated mobile app makes you feel like a rock star. They have over 50 locations and treat you like a VIP when you go.
That sounds a lot better than this tight squeeze.
Join today at desertfinancial.com/yourway.
Nothing brings people and families together faster than sharing food. Great friends, memories, and good times. For over 2 generations, Valle Luna has served you the food that brought you together, and we've been proud to do so. We're fortunate to have been a part of so many stories, gatherings, and traditions that continue on today and will tomorrow. Start a tradition of your own. Come taste authentic Sonoran-style food with your family and friends here with us at Valle Luna.
Discover more Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino.
Hi folks, here are your drinks.
Where having fun means racking up reward credits with the Caesars Rewards loyalty program that can be redeemed for food, free play, hotel stays, and more. Not only here in the city of Maricopa, but also at more than 50 Caesars properties coast to coast. From Harrah's Las Vegas to Caesars Palace in Atlantic City. What are you waiting for? Play for All at Harrah's Auction Casino, the official sponsor of Play.
This is a Santan Ford announcement. Santan Ford has over 1,600 new cars and trucks in stock. All models are priced for immediate sale to make room for more arrivals. Don't wait. Head to Tim Hovig's Santan Ford in Gilbert.
We are Santan Ford.
Let's talk about Venezia's Pizzeria. New York-style pizza. Oh, man, this looks so good. Pizza doughs made fresh daily, wings, subs, sandwiches, pasta. They cater, they deliver. They have 5 Valley locations. Venezia's New York-style Pizzeria.